Welcome to the Buckhorn Pubcast. We are at the Mac Shack with Martelle and Randy and Michael.
We are.
And the air conditioner and the heater and the beer.
And many other things.
And the whiskey and the
like
dartboard.
TV,
and the TV,
love, see.
and some buffaloes and some flags.
Newspaper dispenser.
I said
just
flags.
in case.
America.
And the brew dog.
Stuff. There's
And
stuff.
the ribs.
And,
Ribs.
I'm still eating a rib.
Are you? I slammed those. That's how you get me quiet if you didn't notice. I was quiet for about 10 minutes there just slamming
That's
ribs.
why we didn't record, because
Yeah.
what's the point?
Yeah.
Just slamming ribs. I hate you so much right
The
now.
worst ASMR ever.
So,
We need
Ribs.
ooh, what are you looking at there,
to. All
Mike?
right, so
He's reading a story.
I'm about
the
to
low
pass
end
around
that
the
could.
Phases of Darkness Imperial Stout, which is aged in maple syrup casks.
Oh, I like maple syrup.
You might want to
Because
pour
I'm
Randy's.
old, I have to take my glasses off. This Imperial Stout was brewed with our favorite
that's the
top
opposite
shelf
of you.
ingredients.
Yeah, because I'm old, I have to put my glasses on.
Yeah. British base malt, rolled oats, malted oats, and a whole lot of toasty brown sugar liquefied into this luscious treat. After that, we sourced some freshly dumped maple syrup casks, which were previously held Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. Ooh. Filled it to the brim and wasted nostalgic memories emanating in each warming gulp for a jolt of joy during the dark days of winter.
I don't know that I'm going to gulp this.
No.
No. So it had Pappy in the barrels, then
And-
maple syrup, then this beer.
Then this beer.
And
Huh.
I'm not, I've never had Pappy. I'm going to be honest, but I'm not a fan of anything over really 15 years. And if it's Pappy 23, this could be very oaky and mapley at the same time.
So this is 13.6%.
Oh, man.
Nice bottle, got a wax seal on it.
Any bottle that comes with a wax seal is an excellent bottle.
Oh,
Which means we need to
that's
start wax dipping all of our cans.
super good.
Is that good?
Oh my
really
God.
I
good.
poured like half what you guys did, and then after the reaction, I was like, okay, I'll pour a little more.
Super.
Oh, it's like smooth. It's like drinking maple syrup.
It is honestly, in a word, and
Oh.
physically, it is smooth.
Yeah.
It's not
Oh.
like
It's
a
like creamy.
drinky smooth. It's creamy. It's smooth. It's easy drinking.
Damn.
It does not have that 13.5%.
It doesn't taste like booze at all.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't feel boozy.
I could put this on waffles.
Yeah, 100%.
This is,
Waffle House.
I could just pour this on a Waffle House. This is really good.
That's fantastic.
How much was this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
This is something I got in trade, so.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not that. This isn't something you're going to just go into a BP
It's
and
damn.
find.
I cannot tell you its availability. I cannot tell you its cost. It's almost worthless rating.
And those are my favorite.
Yeah.
It's very
Oh my God, that's
thick
absolutely
and rich in a good way.
That's delicious.
It's very good. I like it.
Like with maple syrup, I'm always worried that it's going to be too sweet, and it's not,
Well, no, I've got a bad
Or
sweet
too-
tooth anyway, but
or too bourbony, and it's not.
no, this is very good.
I wish there was a snifter and a fire.
You need a fireplace in here.
Close.
I mean, it is close. The heater's close.
there's a fire pit right outside.
Yeah, no, this is really, really good. I've never even heard of it. Phases of Darkness.
Yeah, that's super great.
I like the bottle too. I like the label. Very retro looking. So I've got an article here as Martelle picks meat out of his teeth.
I'm just seeing how well you hold the show up without me talking.
I'm strong enough. Florida man rescued from storm drain for third time in less than 2 years.
So he's a He's a repeat
She,
offender.
Florida woman.
Oh well,
Yeah, like-
she is a
It gets
repeat
better.
offender.
Yes.
It's mega Florida woman.
This one, I didn't read the whole thing because we tend not to. We should go off titles, but I skimmed it. A Florida woman was pulled from a storm drain for the third time in 2 years last week. The Delray Beach Police Department said officers and firefighters responded to a report of a woman possibly in distress while swimming in a canal near the 500 block of Lindell Boulevard around noon Wednesday.
She was swimming in a canal,
Yes.
but pulled out of a storm drain.
Yes.
Okay.
The department,
SMRT.
the department said officers located the woman, identified as Lindsay Jane Kennedy, and asked if she needed help. Which, if you get a call,
Three word name.
right, right. Yeah, I mean, like all the good ones. Stupid pop.
Anybody who has if their first name and last name, can be like
First names or last names.
that's a problem.
You got 3 first names. Kennedy
All right, Ricky Bobby.
reportedly ignored them and climbed into a storm drain pipe. Delray police said she refused to come out and began crawling farther into the culvert pipe, which crossed under Lindell Boulevard. Firefighters were able to keep Kennedy between 2 sections of pipe, so they're trapping her like an animal.
So this bitch crawled under someone's driveway.
My wife and I did this very same thing with a groundhog we were trying to get rid of years ago when we lived down outside of Logan.
You trapped it.
We trapped it
Under your driveway.
It ran into a storm drain, and we had to like shoo it out, and then I shot it.
I was gonna say, why don't you just shoot it? Do the same
You
with
don't
this
have
lady.
guns. You borrowed one.
Yeah,
Oh, I have guns.
I didn't shoot it because then it's just dead in the storm drain.
Just use
One right behind me.
Use an arrow with a rope attached to it.
A harpoon, just harpoon
essentially,
it.
yeah.
Storm drain harpoon.
Redneck harpoon.
Right. Oh man, they were. Oh, where is it at? Firefighters were able
Please
to keep
tell me
Kennedy
they
between 2 sections of pipe while the Delray Beach Fire Rescue Special Operations Team utilized a ladder and rescue harness to pull her out. So I don't know what kind of drainage pipe this is.
Was it above a building? Ladder was the key.
I mean, it's in hurricanes and floods down there in Florida. Kennedy appeared to have minor injuries and was treated at the scene before being transported to a hospital for further evaluation. Delray police said the fire department previously rescued Kennedy from a storm drain in March 2021 after she'd been missing for 3 weeks.
What did she eat? Alligators and carp?
I don't know, man.
Fecal matter.
Whatever was going in the storm drains.
So speaking of that, the earthquake that happened in Turkey, they killed like 36,000 people. So one, they're going after the architects who built those buildings. But two, there were 2 brothers that lived on protein powder and urine.
Hey, if Bear Grylls can do it, so can I.
3 weeks.
If it's
In rubble.
that or death,
I mean,
There are people that become cannibals too,
Well-
in worst case scenarios. So
Well,
protein powder, like, hey,
protein
at
powder.
least we're
and
not
urine.
eating bodies.
You do what you got to do.
yeah,
I mean, at least you're mixing it
Dahmer.
with something, right? Instead of just drinking pee.
or just like
They didn't say they
raw
mixed
dog
it.
and
They
protein
just said they
powder.
survived.
R. Kelly went to rescue him. I got you, boys.
I'm on the R. Kelly diet.
According to local news outlets at the time, Kennedy told police she went swimming in the canal near her boyfriend's house on March 3rd, the same night her boyfriend reported her missing. While swimming, she said she entered a doorway in a shallow part of the canal and noticed a tunnel. What did she do?
She went in.
I know you're asking. She continued following the tunnels until she realized she was lost. As one
Stunning.
does.
Right.
Kennedy was eventually rescued near the intersection of West Atlantic Avenue and Southwest 11th Avenue after a woman called 911 to report a woman yelling for help from inside the drain. So she knew she was up to this point, I would think she's got some mental issues, but she knew she was in trouble the second time she did this. And now she's done it a
Third
third
time's
time.
a charm.
Right.
Third time's.
She
This is the
doesn't- she-
time I get away.
She said she stopped walking in that area because she could see the light and people walking past her.
She does not learn from her mistakes.
It 3 looks really bad. She's just poking up from a sewer drain like,
Hey,
Help!
I got a balloon. Come help me.
I don't float down here. The woman, who was 43 at the time, told police she'd been walking in the sewer system for about 3 weeks.
Can we not have a hurricane at the time that this happens?
Right?
Let's just wash the world.
Where's
of
the Darwin
morons.
Awards when we need them?
Just get rid of her. She also said she's been living off an unopened can of ginger ale she found in the drain
Unopened? How the hell was she living off an unopened can?
while looking for a way out. I'm assuming she meant it means she found it unopened, and that's all she's had is ginger ale.
Bullshit. I cry bullshit.
She was eating turds.
She had
100%.
rats,
Like
something
she
like,
caught a
something.
rat,
Yeah.
something.
She said, there's no way. Ginger
That
ale
looks-
has no substance to it.
no. There's it's sugar and flavor.
Get
and-
the most like quality version of ginger ale, and it still has zero substance. The
Yeah,
bitch was
there's
not
nothing.
living on three.
She was eating lizards and rats.
She was eating a fallen iguana and some alligator tail.
Delray police said Kennedy, and this is
And
in
a
quotes,
turd.
appeared to be coherent,
Appeared to be.
appeared to be, and didn't need to be Baker acted, which they put in parentheses involuntarily institutionalized.
I was going to say, because I would like to be Baker acted, but
Why
only if
not-
it involves a bakery. I need some
Breast
pastries.
scones.
Pastries.
Police contacted her mother, who said she has a history of mental illness. No
Wait, what?
shocker.
Hold on. Never gathered that.
Is a frequent user of illegal narcotics
Wait.
and has a history of doing,
The
in
hits keep
quotes,
coming.
odd things and making bad decisions. Before she disappeared, Kennedy's family members said she attended a Bible study with her mother where they learned about the prophet Elijah taking a journey
I would say the mother made a bad decision.
by keeping her.
Yes.
The relatives said
Drop
Kennedy.
that shit off at the fucking fire station.
I'm pretty sure Elijah did was like, Florida sewer systems. That's my journey.
Right.
Yeah. We're going to wander for 40 days and 40 nights
In the sewers of Florida.
systems. the Florida sewer system.
The relatives said Kennedy wrote her mom
Fucking Moses.
a note claiming she was planning on going on her own journey.
Yeah.
Despite
it was
that-
spiritual.
It was shit pool. Despite that, the family said they didn't believe her journey was meant to be in a storm drain.
Really?
The family's responses here is what's getting me.
Where was her journey supposed to be?
Like, hey, we don't think that's the right kind of journey for our mentally ill daughter who is on illegal narcotics.
We were hoping more of a
Walk down the beach.
Like, go to the Everglades. Yeah, go to the beach.
the Everglades.
The Everglades would be. That might be worse.
50-50.
It depends where you walk.
Well, I mean, there's pythons there that are 20 foot long.
That's fine.
The gators.
And gators and American crocodiles.
It's Florida. Those are the sewer drains, too.
Right.
It's all the same. One just has concrete. She was reportedly listed as, in quotes again, endangered on the sheriff's office's
Endangered
She
species.
is an endangered species.
on the sheriff's office's missing persons documentation, and a detective wrote in the report that she went missing, in quotes, under similar circumstances.
I am all for
in
getting rid
April
of these endangered species.
of 2020. Kennedy's third rescue from the storm drain took place in Grand Prairie, Texas, 2 months later in 2021. So
She was in Texas?
she's she's on a world tour.
I really hope she comes to Granville, Ohio.
she's
She's a storm drain.
she goes to East Palestine, Ohio, and that'd be it for her.
She's like the ghost hunters of storm drains. No one wants her around, but she keeps coming.
Police in the town
God.
were searching for 4 days before her mother and best friend found her at a canal. In this instance, she had reportedly wandered off from a rehab facility after checking in.
That's the journey she needs. To
Yeah,
go on.
there's the
She started there. She just went, she just flushed herself down the toilet, and all drains lead to the ocean. When police saw the woman near a creek and began to approach her, she went into a nearby storm drain,
That's the problem.
according to WPEC. A tracking app on her cell phone allowed her family to find her last location before she disappeared underground.
She's Gollum.
Look,
she's Gollum.
Yeah.
She's April O'Neil. She's just hanging out with the Ninja Turtles, all right? She's trying to report on the news.
God.
Before she was rescued, her family and friends reportedly dropped bags of food and Gatorade into manholes in the area.
Are you shitting me?
They're like, we know you're down there. They're just opening manholes and dropping down Gatorade and hot dogs.
Fourth and Main, we left you a care package.
Paper towels.
Oh, man.
Shit.
I spilled.
Oh, party foul. Martelle party fouled. Oh, they're dropping off bags of food and Gatorade in manholes. I'm in tears. I'm glad I didn't read this all the way through before. Kennedy was reportedly arrested in Florida in July 2021 after a hit and run
She's
occurred.
a fucking menace.
When she sped off from... She's driving. She got arrested in Florida in July 2021 after a hit and run occurred when she sped off from a gas station after stealing beer. She almost ran over the store's clerk who chased...
She took some buzz balls.
She stole buzz balls.
That's it.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That was the one display that was not empty.
She almost ran over the store's clerk who chased her outside. Then she ran several red lights before crashing with the car. Palm Beach County deputies said she ran from the crash scene to an apartment complex, but staff led them to her. Kennedy's passenger, somebody was with her. How did somebody ride with her during this and not go, hey, bad idea, pull over, slow down?
Worse idea, who was like, clearly you're the best person to drive.
Yeah, right. Of the two of us, I trust you more than I. Her passenger who was injured told police she ran because she didn't have a driver's license. Police said her license had been suspended 17 times.
How do you get it 16 times?
17 times.
You don't get 17 times to have your license suspended.
That's 17 strikes, you're out?
From 2007, no. Must be 18 strikes because it's already been suspended 17 of this. And that's just from 2007 to 2020. 13 years. That's more than one a year.
You don't get that many options.
Why?
We're going to let you off with a warning. You hit somebody who was about to die anyways.
Oh, you hit a homeless person? It's okay.
Yeah, right.
17 times. Oh, my goodness. That's our ASMR.
It sounded like a fart. Or someone getting their asshole reamed.
It's just like lower GI distress.
I feel like if I'm getting my butthole reamed, that's going to sound more like, ah!
That's from your side.
Fair enough.
The mic's not in front of your face.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. I'm glad I saved this article.
Oh, my God.
God. That was excellent.
Yeah, how the fuck? How we're 17 minutes in and she has been she's had her license suspended for every minute.
In 13 years.
Jesus.
More than once a year. I don't know how. Sorry, I'm in tears. I'm literally in tears right now.
I don't know how you do that. I really don't.
Somebody commented in quotes, has a history of doing odd things and making bad decisions. ... I'll concur.
Yeah.
It's like,
agreed.
Yeah, I think everybody concurs. Oh, man. I'm so glad that I
Yeah, that's a good save.
that one.
That's a good save.
That's a good save. I did have, but I did not bring my iPad with me. I did have some articles to go over, but we'll go over those later.
That's fine. I did have one I meant to do last week because Groundhog's Day, but I don't know. We were talking about other stuff.
How the groundhog only has a 40% success rate, so basically take what he
Says
predicts and reverse it.
Not only that, but the fact that Canada's groundhog was found dead just a few hours
Yeah,
before.
I saw that too.
It's a hit.
It was a hit.
It was a hit.
They were like, screw you.
And not like a hit on his life. It was like a rock and roll hit.
It was a real banger.
They could not wait because they all suffer from snow up there. And no one wants to live in that bullshit.
Oh, man, my jaws hurt from laughing at that article. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Hey, there's a little bit of this Imperial Stout left.
I still got a little in my glass because I was reading.
Okay. So this was, what do you give this?
3.5 solid.
Phases of
I don't know the availability, I don't know the price.
Based on nothing else other
based
than
on
taste. 4.
Yeah, 4. I'm based on nothing other than taste. I mean,
I only said 3.5 because I know I can't get it.
Brewed and bottled.
If I can find this in the store.
Well, this is one of those specialty beers. Like even if it is, it would be like a Buffalo Trace. If people were clamoring for beer, from Ruse RUSE Brewing, out of Portland, Oregon. So I don't know. They may have more, but it may not be available to us. It's really good.
Fantastic.
Really, really, really good.
I'm a big fan of the maple syrup cask aged stuff. Like I know, I was gonna say, Founders has one, and Michael just tapped the top of the bottle because I believe that's what we're opening next.
Yeah, I saved the big one for next time Mo's here.
We got to get Mo back out then.
Yeah.
I like Mo.
I love Mo.
Mo.
I've got
So
Mo.
do you want the rest of this? I mean, there's that much left.
And it's yours, so.
I only have 15 steps to drive.
Right.
That's the other thing.
Well, I was gonna say
like,
last week I was fucked up on that
The one at your house?
the 300 episode. I walked.
you were drinking before I even showed up. Wasn't that the one where you already had the 17% beer poured?
No, that was
No,
just
no,
you
it was
and I.
2 weeks ago.
That was the week prior to that. 2 shows prior to that.
What was last week then?
Last week was 300.
We haven't done a Friday show. This will be a Friday show.
Last week was like
Last week was just-
7
But we recorded-
different-
We did 3 hours.
Yeah.
That show was 3
We
hours.
recorded
long.
here, right?
No.
Or at
we
your
recorded at
place.
my place.
And
Yeah.
you were there.
And
Yes.
and Michael came and
And you
Mo
were
called
there?
in
And
and
you were
Patrick
there?
called in.
And Patrick was
I just don't
there.
remember all the... Because I didn't leave there
We need
buzzed.
to get Corey
so.
out here.
No, but I left my office
Stumbling.
down the steps.
Feeling good.
Well, we
Like,
had
I got down real quick.
like it was
Controlled fall.
like you brought a bottle of the Evan Williams. You brought the Conviction.
Oh, yeah.
Or the is it Conviction?
No. It was
Yeah,
the other
Conviction.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Conviction. I had a bottle of.
We had the Applejack.
I brought the Applejack because I
Yeah,
told
I
Mike, I
remember
said,
now.
whatever you want. He's like, well, I'm really interested in the Applejack. So he grabbed the Applejack. We took that up. And there was another bottle. And then I went downstairs and I grabbed a bottle of the A. Bowman Smith and the J.J. Bowman Smith.
Both were great.
The 144 proof and the 100 proof Bottle and Bond.
And then we had the old Raleigh.
And the old Raleigh, yeah. And by the time I got downstairs, I was just like, whew, I need another pour. And I poured something else.
You
and
poured Applejack again.
I did pour
I, was
Applejack
say,
again.
I think I sipped a little because I felt fine leaving there.
Oh, I was so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, so that whole 24 period thing, the 24 hours, like
Yeah.
I'm only drinking for 24
You're
hours.
doing intermittent fasting.
I am. It's intermittent.
It's like I'm only drinking for 24 hours a week, but I'm
However,
drinking for 24 hours.
It's more like 24 hour, like intermittent fisting.
The whole
I
hand.
sleep a little bit.
It is. It's been working well for me.
Hey, whatever works.
I mean,
All things in moderation, I always
You
say.
do you,
yeah.
boo.
Yeah. Like I drank. I had I think 6 Miller Lights last. Well, yeah, 6 Miller Lights last night and an IPA and 2 glasses of wine while I was playing Hogwarts Legacies,
Nice.
which is a really good game if you're into the whole like Harry Potter thing.
I'm not.
I know. That was my whole comment about your Dungeons and Dragons flag reference today.
Yeah, I was like already.
You're like,
Trying to get
oh, I'm
stuff
going to
done.
throw a review flag. I'm like, I don't understand your Dungeons and Dragons reference. And
You haven't seen the commercials?
yes, I have. I know exactly what
Then you
you're talking
knew.
about. I was being funny, Randy.
Ish.
Attempting. I'll give you that.
I'll take attempting. I don't give a shit. I
It's like, I don't care what you think.
don't give a fuck what you think. So, all right. I did not prepare for a second show.
I've got another article.
Read it.
I don't know if it would be as good as the first because that first one's freaking
That first
great.
one
First
was
one
really
was
good.
clutch.
The first one
All
was
right, let me-
really good.
Finish this maple beer.
No, we have another one.
I know, that's why I wanted to
Yeah, the
get this all swished around and cleaned out, and there's that. So this one, Minnesota woman arrested for assaulting boyfriend with what?
a dildo.
Frozen squirrel.
Close, both of you, very close. A whole chicken, and they specified whole chicken in quotes. Oh, let's see what this one's about. A woman in southern Minnesota is facing jail time after she allegedly attacked her boyfriend with a whole chicken, in quotes. You forgot you had it hooked up? Try that again.
No, you go ahead and
Your mic's not on now.
go ahead and do your thing.
Are you recording?
No, I'm sending a text message.
But are you actually recording?
The red light is on.
Yes.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Okay. 36-year-old Natalie Broomer of Eagle Lake was arrested Wednesday after coming home from a bar with the victim, according to the charges filed in Brown County. The victim has not been identified at the time of this writing, told police Broomer was hitting him and spitting in his face during their drive home together. Once inside their property, she allegedly hit him in the head with a whole chicken. According to the charges, the victim still had some chicken residue in his hair. Hold on, I'm going to take a break and pour this. Somebody else talk. You're both texting.
I was about to say chicken residue is a terrifying comment.
I'm getting confirmation on my bullshit from the previous show about getting an altercation with a cop at this point on my stop sign. So I'm talking to a cop.
That
asking
you
him
know?
about the traffic.
I was like,
law.
well, you can just text cops in Lancaster, like 911. What's your emergency?
I can text
Hey,
cops. Yes.
This guy ran a.
If you belong to a CrossFit gym, you can text a cop.
Yeah, or a firefighter,
Yeah.
or EMS.
Yeah.
I grew up with a guy that became a cop. And,
It's called a privilege, not a right.
oh, it's a right privilege.
You said white wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Broomer reportedly became aggressive towards the police officers and resisted arrest. She eventually calmed down after law enforcement escorted her outside, and they were able to arrest her. Broomer currently has pending assault charges against the same victim dating back to December of 2021. In the last incident, she was charged with one count of misdemeanor domestic assault and one misdemeanor count of interfering with a peace officer. The charges also note that the two are a couple and have been together for more than 11 years. Okay, so this guy got assaulted with a chicken, right? And he has residue in his hair. And the
What kind of residue?
It's chicken residue.
Hold on. Was it a frozen chicken?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
It
just
just
says
says
chicken,
chicken.
residue. It could be
So
a live chicken for all I
The
know.
was about to say-
I was going to say it can only be a live chicken at this point because if
was
you
a
pick up a frozen chicken,
It's
right,
just going to be water.
he's going to be knocked the fuck out.
if it's a defrosted chicken,
It was a Boston Market rotisserie chicken. It was already
so it
cooked.
just fell apart. You can't get that through the swing.
Right, the leg just rips off.
It's going to fly off.
Yeah, it's going to go.
It has to be
Literally,
frozen
chickens are
or
going to
raw.
fly.
Here's how this article ends about getting assaulted with a chicken from your chick you've been with for 11 years. If you or someone you know is affected by domestic violence, you can find information and services available by clicking this link. So if anybody out there, domestic violence is bad. If
Yeah.
you're in a bad situation, you should definitely reach out. But if you've got assaulted by a chicken because you're not man enough to just punch your female counterpart in the face when she tries to hit you with a chicken,
I don't know.
change the locks. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's a chicken. It's a Cornish hen. It's
Way smaller.
When
way less violent.
Yeah.
It's not
When-
an assault chicken.
It's not.
when is
assault.
domestic violence okay?
Domestic violence?
Yeah, because that's
Never.
basically what this was.
Self-defense is okay.
This is basically domestic violence.
I have to go to
but
Daniel Tosh on this one. If you come home and your wife is drowning your kids in the tub, is it okay to pop her?
I mean,
Yes.
but that
Yeah.
would be considered
But
domestic,
Domestic
violence.
violence.
Would it be?
If a woman is swinging
or
at
would it be a
you
form of defense?
with a, well, that wouldn't be a form of defense.
If somebody's killing your kids,
That's not a form of defense. That's not
you're defending your kids'
you're defending
lives.
the kids. The kids have a
I
right
didn't say
to hit.
self-defense.
It's still domestic
It's still
violence.
domestic violence.
If somebody's stabbing your kids, can you
That's-
shoot them?
But that's
I'm not talking. I'm not talking.
I said
say
domestic.
anyone.
Yes. But it's still domestic violence.
But yes, if it's your spouse, it's still domestic violence.
Do I need to send you guys a link? I feel like there's some issues here.
I mean-
we may need to open up about.
The differentiation here is it someone you're related to, spouse, girlfriend, whatever,
Or is it a
versus
stranger?
Domestic violence is only against someone you're involved with.
Okay.
Anybody
It
else
can be
is not is
self-defense
just.
and domestic violence,
It can be both, but
depending on what side of the coin you're on.
if it's just someone who comes into your house and is trying to drown your kids in a tub, that's just violence and self-defense at that point. But if it's your wife trying to bury your kids in the backyard via bath water, then that's domestic
I
violence
think
if
that's
you
still
hit them.
drowning.
But if you hit them, that's still domestic violence.
What if it was just a chicken wing and not a whole chicken?
That's assault, brother.
Yeah,
Are you
that
throwing
one,
the chicken wing or they?
the one, the
Because
just the
I'm
part
gonna
of that
catch
article,
shit in my mouth.
the part that just got me is that they kept emphasizing a whole chicken. Why not just say a chicken? Say a chicken. You don't have to say whole.
You
Did it
can't
have the
beat somebody
gizzard
to
bag in
death
it?
with a drumstick without like them being unconscious and you having a lot of time on your hands.
Speaking of drumsticks, have you guys seen what KFC did for
No.
Black History Month?
Oh no!
No. I saw what the school did.
Gehenna?
No.
No, not Gehenna.
There was another school.
There's another one.
Oh
So-
shit!
Talk about KFC because I haven't seen it.
We'll start with KFC and then we'll get into the
Yeah,
other
we'll get-
horrible shit.
So KFC did a light box photo where they had a chicken wing, like a drummy, knuckle down, meat side up, and in the background on the wall, it was basically the Black Power fist. They're like, we stand with you during Black History Month.
Oh god!
Right idea, wrong execution. No, the school thing I saw in Gehenna, it was in another state, but
They serve chicken and waffles with watermelon.
yeah, chicken waffles and watermelon.
So Gehenna Junior High, they had their student announcements and they did a fact about Black History Month, and in the background they had a monkey eating a piece of watermelon.
I'm gonna have to Google that because that's freaking hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that's really funny.
Jesus.
I mean, you
Could you be more toned down?
you were talking about quoting Tosh, Dave Chappelle, when he talks about chicken and watermelon. And some of the places, he's like, "Who doesn't like chicken and watermelon? That's some of the most delicious."
I saw
He's like, "I think you're racist if you don't like chicken and watermelon."
saw-
I'm going to find the post here real
I
quick.
saw a tweet that was like, it was from a person of African descent.
They
who
were
was-
black. Just say they're
yeah,
black.
They were
They're black.
black,
That's
and they
fine.
were like,
Don't be polite here, Mike.
shit.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
That's awesome.
It's
And
great.
I
awful,
love it.
It is
all
fucking great.
That's
wrapped up in the
that's
same-
that is how you end racism right there.
Right there.
You
It's-
make really, really bad decisions, and then white and black
Jesus.
people laugh together about it.
I don't know when KFC did this, but it is supposedly a screenshot from the.
I was gonna say, do we even know for real if they did
It
it?
doesn't matter. I love it
No,
either way.
I love it, but I'm
I
saying
wanna-
that seems like somebody would make
Being
up too.
0.9% black, I would recreate this in my house. But I don't. It's from a Twitter account. It just says, "I hear you, I see you, and I stand with you." Hashtag Black History Month, and it's a piece of fried chicken that is making like the shadow is the fist, like the Black Power fist.
Yeah,
But it's the fried chicken's in front of it, and it is. I love it.
that's
I love
exactly what Martin Luther King died for.
It is exactly what Martha Stewart wanted.
And she's cool with Snoop Dogg, so it's okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's all good.
in the hood, you might say.
I just bought a bottle of Snoop Dogg's 19 Crimes
Did you?
for
decent.
Liz for Valentine's Day.
Nice.
It's not bad.
It's really good.
Yeah. That's
I
not
enjoyed
She
it.
took a drink and she's like,
She's like,
tastes like institutionalism.
she's like, I can totally see Compton.
I can taste the
Where's Dre?
It's a shame about Dre.
And then she started crip walking across the floor. I'm like, what the fuck's
walking.
going on?
She's like, so
about the-
this is what gin and juice tastes like.
Bought the Martha Stewart Chardonnay and she committed a felony.
yeah.
It's
And then
fine.
we still ended up rich.
So what were you talking about, Mike? With the Gehenna did what? Oh, the
So Gehenna, like middle school, had like the morning announcements and announced a fact about like
Black
Black
History
History Month, and in the background they had like an orangutan.
No, that was Bexley.
No, it was Gehenna announcing, here's a fact about Black History Month, and in the background they had a monkey eating some watermelon.
I'm almost certain that was Bexley because Bexley did a walkout just recently.
It might have been Bexley.
over
Maybe it was
like that thing. Like
yeah, it might have been Bexley.
The teacher that ran the morning announcements is on leave right
Yeah.
now because they put an orangutan eating a watermelon.
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it
And I'm
might
like-
have been Bexley.
I just thought Bexley was full of Jews. Apparently, it's not.
No. Yep, Bexley teacher placed
Yeah.
on leave after racist image shown at middle school.
The sad thing is, everything around Bexley is all ghetto black
It is.
neighborhoods. It's like,
It is.
And I don't mean ghetto
Which is why
black
it's
as in ghetto
dangerous.
black. It's just like the worst areas.
It is like so. We were in, and I say, I thought they were all Jews. I know they're not because I grew up.
Oh, that teacher
I lived
resigned.
in,
Yeah.
I lived in Bexley for a while, and we just had a basketball game there just recently.
I like how you just said, I said it's all Jews, but it's not. We're
It's not. We're not there.
We're not. No, you're
We're-
German. You're
You
opposite of Jewish.
I'm both. I'm all three. I'm German, black,
Black
and
and
Jewish.
Jewish.
I'm not black, but I'm German and Jewish.
Yeah, I mean,
And honestly, we're all black.
we all came from Africa. That amoeba crawled out of the water and it evolved.
Yeah.
So many jokes.
I mean,
So many
whatever.
jokes.
But
Pangea.
I was just in Bexley for a basketball game, like the week before that happened.
The image of an orangutan
I was trying to find the
eating a
image.
watermelon appeared on a green screen background after
It
a
was-
historical fact was shared as part of Black History Month last Friday,
Okay, but
February
Hold on.
3rd.
When I heard this, all I could think of is in Fight Club when he flashes up a porn scene
Yeah.
in a movie. It's like boop boop, it's gone. It's there and now it's gone.
But to be fair,
Sorry. No, you're right.
do we know that orangutans don't like watermelon?
Who did-
Who doesn't like watermelon?
I'm hit or miss. It's got to be sweet for me.
I love
Like,
a watermelon.
It's got to be really sweet and like a hot summer day.
I don't
Fuck
like many
that. I will
melons.
eat it. I will hollow out a watermelon, fill that shit with alcohol, eat the
That's
innards of the
not the
watermelon,
same.
and drink the watermelon juice. Oh, it's all the same.
You're
'Cause
just
I'm-
looking
it's
for
not.
that's like putting peanut butter and celery. You're just looking away for to
That's
get
like
the peanut
putting
butter
peanut
in
butter
your
on
mouth.
your
it's a
dick.
vessel for peanut
Yeah.
butter.
You just want the alcohol out of a watermelon.
Yeah.
No, I will
100%.
eat the innards of the watermelon, but I want the watermelon as a vessel.
Who has ever called any
Innards.
inside of a fruit the innards?
Innards.
I just did.
I like
I'll eat the gizzards of a watermelon.
I like the innards.
I like
the
the
liver of
innards.
a watermelon is my
I'll-
favorite part.
I'll eat the innards
I
of an orange.
saute it.
Fucking kiwi, the innards of a kiwi, amazing.
No. Kiwis is the whole thing.
Yeah,
I eat
Well,
the whole thing.
Well, I'll eat that too.
You
Yeah.
just bite
Yeah.
into it
But-
like an apple.
I'll hollow it out so that I can smoke a bowl first.
If you can't handle the fur, you don't deserve to eat it.
Right. I
Like
mean,
Snoop Dogg said,
you got to get down on that fuzziness. Nose first.
hollow it up, roll it up, light it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale.
Yeah. It's a MacGyver.
It's the only way
It's
you can. That's the only
MacGyverism.
way to ingest a kiwi,
I just need an apple, a pipe, and some duct tape.
and you can smoke out of
Some
a kiwi.
foil.
Yeah. I'll smoke it out of a kiwi.
Foil.
It's fine.
Don't even need the kiwi.
No,
I'll make one
I'll make kiwi out of the apple.
out of the apple and the foil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Oh, I just had a really bad thought.
say it.
I can't.
Say it.
I can't.
Say it.
I might end up in jail.
Racist.
Say it. You can
It's
delete
not
it.
even racist.
Say it. Yep. Then say it.
No.
You can delete it.
What's worse than racism?
Raping babies.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's pretty bad.
I mean, there you go. So there's your
I'd rather
answer.
somebody say a racial
I thought
slur
you
than
didn't
rape
get
a baby.
religious.
I mean, I'm not going to say it.
I
So
thought you
it
didn't
had to
get
be
religious.
like fuzzy babies,
Yeah.
and like babies have like
Peach fuzz.
peach fuzz butts. And,
Yeah, well,
and
you know.
kiwis.
Well,
know,
this
you're-
took a.
Kiwis have peach fuzz.
I would like to say that this has taken a dark turn.
Yeah, well,
Well.
you're always supposed to wash your sex toys after you use them,
You are.
and that's why baptism was invented.
Hold on. Did you know that at a true bar mitzvah, the circumcision is not done by knife.
That's done by teeth.
It's done by teeth.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah.
13-year-old boy's dick going to a rabbi's mouth. Randy just was like, hold on.
No, I was waiting for the chomp line.
He did.
Yeah.
He went,
You two are both just talking about being Jewish, and I've never been more happy to not be Jewish. in my entire life.
I didn't have a bat
I had nothing
so
against Jews until just now.
Yeah.
Now I don't like them.
That's the
Hitler
only...
wasn't exactly wrong.
Whoa. Settle down, Kanye.
That's Randy Nelson of Circleville.
Settle down, Kanye.
There's a lot of us in Circleville, actually.
Well, I don't know about you guys.
No, that's a full Nelson.
That's a yeah.
Oh, I'll give you full Nelson
No, thank you.
because I was
Nope.
circumcised by knife. And
I
you'll
was
get
too.
all
Yeah,
3.6
same.
Like
inches.
Yeah.
6 hours after I was born.
I'm glad you said you was born because I was like 6 hours after.
After the
Yesterday.
first time.
6 hours after I got here.
Yeah.
It was weird when you guys did that with the dart.
The lawn dart.
Jarts.
Good, yeah,
Jarts.
jarts, man. I got really good aim.
Yeah, they're the
If
original
anybody
cancel
took
culture.
anything we said that came out of our mouth seriously, well, they have problems.
Dude, have you listened to other podcasts out there? Here's
Yeah,
what
oh
I've
God, yes.
Here's what I've loved about podcasting. It's given a platform for people to say what they want to say.
Absolutely
The
anything.
most
And
ridiculous
people,
shit ever.
oh, it's off the wall, it's off color, it's off pudding. And if you
got
don't
Theo
laugh at it
Von.
and you get all upset, nothing happens because screw you. If you can't take comedy for comedy and you can't have fun with people of other cultures with different ideas, in this room, there are three people here that do not agree on everything at all.
Right.
In any way,
Three
shape, or
completely
form.
different
Yeah.
walks of life. Granted, we're
But-
all stereotypically like what people would say is white, but different nationalities,
You're-
different. I'm tannish, I know.
I mean,
Especially
you're
for
kinda
the
dirty.
winter.
Ask.
Well, I haven't showered in 4 days, but
I mean,
it's just
I
like
thought I just need to empty the garbage.
but we can all
both.
agree that Theo Von's a fucking moron.
he's hilarious.
Agreed.
I mean, yeah, okay.
He's
All right, so
hilarious.
2 out of 3. We're good.
He's hilarious.
I don't know that he's hilarious
He's hilarious.
because
He's making a living.
being
Talking.
a dipshit.
Hilarious.
I no.
Yeah. You're allowed to have your
hold on,
opinion.
hold on.
The Elon, the best Elon thing I've ever seen is he tweeted
Elon or Theo?
Elon.
Okay,
He
because we're talking about Theo Von.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely different
Yeah,
person.
yeah, 100%.
Theo Von.
Theo
The
Von's a
o-
comedian.
the
that
only-
was
hold on,
born
hold
in
on.
Alabama.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
He's white trash. Grew up super poor.
Well, we got
He was born when his dad was
to go
70.
Way back. We have to go way back further than that.
That's what I'm trying to
no
do.
No one would know who Theo Von was if it wasn't for fucking Road Rules or the House Show.
Okay.
No one would know who the hell he is.
Okay.
He's a
We don't know
dipshit.
that for sure.
No, I know that for a fact.
No, you don't.
He is so fucking
That's your
dumb that
opinion.
no one would know who the hell he was
Disagree.
if it wasn't for Road Rules or
I knew of him after that. I never knew he was on Road Rules because I never watched Road Rules because it's
that's the
stupid.
only, but if he wasn't on that
Von
show,
Theo.
yeah, he's a dipshit.
Okay. You don't like,
Ty-
him. We get
Tyler
it.
keeps posting shit for him, like in this group chat I'm in. I'm like, he's a dipshit.
He's hilarious.
Oh, I
He's-
know who you. I know
He's
who you're
not,
talking
though.
about.
No, he really is.
No, the stuff he says is funny. He is not funny.
That's
No, he
There
says
is a
that's one of the
difference.
dumbest
There is
thing
a
I've ever
diff- no,
heard you
no,
say.
there's the
a
difference. the things he says. He is a fucking moron. Some of the shit that he says, yes,
so
is funny.
dumb.
Yes, some of the stuff he says is funny. He himself is a fucking idiot. I'm just an orangutan eating that watermelon. He is a fucking amoeba drinking water. He is a dumb
I
shit.
don't get your analogy at all.
I don't either. It doesn't matter because he's fucking dumb. He's low. He's lowest on my fucking scale of funny. He's not funny. Like I can sit and watch. If I watched an hour of him, I'd probably laugh twice.
Okay.
He's a dumbass.
Okay.
I know you think he's hilarious, but you're younger than I am. And people who are younger than I am find stuff funny that I don't.
Yeah, I'm way younger than you.
Yeah, at least 4 years.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Yeah, I'm about to be 40.
That's what I said. At
Not
least 4
4
years.
years.
I said
You're
at
a
least 4
dumbass.
years.
47.
I said at least 4
well,
years.
Mike, I'm not going to say anything because we're at your place, but thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, see, even Mike doesn't find him. Like where was the last thing that Tyler posted that of something of that?
He said when he was born, his dad was 70 and his mom was 32. So that makes him a product of loose skin and loose morals. And if you don't find that funny, you're an idiot.
Like I said,
He
some
can
of the stuff
say
he
can say
he says
funny
stuff that's
things.
funny.
saying somebody that makes their own content, like Dave Chappelle, like Tom Segura, like Bert Kreischer.
Okay.
They can say funny things, but they're not funny. They came up with that. Theo writes his own content that makes him funny.
He's
For you to say he says funny things, but he's not funny, is
accurate.
no, it's not.
No, it is.
It's absolutely not. That's like saying, "Hey, Martelle, you made a really great painting, but you suck as a painter."
Okay.
No.
Even
You-
a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Yeah.
But do they find it for the rest of their freaking life and make a career out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Sometimes.
they
Sometimes.
don't.
Sometimes they do.
No, they don't. You just don't want to admit that he's funny.
I don't find him
Look,
funny.
the bottom line is people are without hair. You see him all the time. Will Smith's husband, he lost it. Look,
Even Mike
It's
laughed.
funny.
2 out of 3.
Funny.
But he is not funny.
How is he not funny if he
I
came
can
up with
tell
that
funny
joke?
jokes and not be a funny person.
If you write them, if they're your own, you guys are not. You're illogical at this point. If you're saying he
I'd rather
writes
be
jokes that are
illogical than
funny,
Theo Von.
but he's not funny, that makes no sense at all. That's like saying somebody's very good at what they create, but they suck at what they create. It makes no sense. The fact that he came up with that joke and me and Mike laughed at
But
it.
who says he came up with that joke?
Who else? Who wrote it then?
I don't know, but he's just saying shit that comes off the top of his head.
Meaning he creates the joke.
Here.
You're
had a
literally
bed, and I was
being
sleeping under his
illogical.
bed for $150 a month.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes even in his bed, sometimes
I've heard
when
this.
he would be out of town or
I'm
when he
gonna
would
laugh
leave
again.
for work, I'd climb up into his bed, dude. And I've never been heavily homosexual, but I will say this: that there's nothing really gayer than getting into a man's warmth after he's already left the room, you know, and climbing up into his bed. A man you don't even really know that much, but still catching that hit off of his temperature, you know. A buddy of mine had a bed, and I was
Here's something else. Joe Rogan's a comedian. Joe Rogan's sitting there laughing at another comedian.
That wasn't Joe Rogan.
He's laughed at. The original time I saw him say that was on the Joe Rogan Experience. When other comedians and professionals in the industry who make a living doing that
On Sunday, we do ours.
also laugh at
As if
that.
you want to jam your love plunger up her shit cannon or back of her grandma's station wagon. You're our
That's funny.
So if you're saying somebody comes up with something and creates something that's funny, but they're not funny, it makes no sense at all. You can say, I think
I
some
did
of the
not
stuff he
find-
says isn't funny,
You could be funny and racist and shitty at the same time.
Yeah. I just don't.
but
I
you're
don't.
still exactly. But
Yeah,
you're still
right.
funny.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I don't find
That's it.
Theo Von to be funny
Do you laugh at Theo Von jokes?
once. Like 1% of everything that he's put out, I've ever actually laughed at.
I don't get why you hate Theo Von so much that we have to
I just don't
talk
think he's
about it
funny.
to this extent.
It's not that
a-
I hate him. I just find him sporadically
Humorous.
humorous.
Not
Yes.
even funny, sporadically humorous.
Okay, but if he creates the humor that you find humorous,
That doesn't mean he's funny. Like, if I'm only laughing at one joke out of 10, that doesn't mean he's funny. That
Am
means
I
he
funny
told
to
something
you?
funny. You're funny looking.
no, am I fun? Be serious.
Occasionally.
What?
Occasionally.
Let's-
Sometimes,
don't rule
I
out
mean,
don't rule out smelling.
Yeah.
how many times have I
Right.
told you to shut the fuck up on the air because I'm trying to talk about something and you're telling a fucking dick or fart joke?
But in the end, do you laugh? Do you find joy in
Maybe
our conversations?
with you, 50-50.
I like that percentage.
That's a
I mean,
good
that's
pretty
percentage.
good.
I mean,
honestly.
50-50 with you,
That's-
but with Theo Von, out of 10 jokes that he tells, one may be funny. The whole climbing,
10%'s not a good percentage.
climbing into some guy's bed because you're living under their fucking bed
Yeah,
and trying
no.
to get into
It's
their
not-
warmth.
That's like
That's
following
not-
somebody in a public toilet. Like, oh,
I
the
don't wanna
seat's
sit on-
already
Ooh.
warm.
It's a little different.
No, that's fucking gross.
No, that's the same thing. That's gross.
That's gross.
Laying in a bed after somebody is the same as sitting on a toilet after somebody.
How is it any
bare
different?
ass to bare ass.
If
Okay,
one
hold on.
person's sleeping
He never
naked in their
said-
fucking bed,
They were naked.
you don't
You
know
guys,
that.
you guys are
You don't
extending
know.
so far out of the way just to try and prove he's not funny that it's funny to me.
Which is fine. I just
That's
don't
fine.
find him funny.
That's okay. But you can't say
But it's
somebody's
not
not
to
funny
you.
because you don't like it.
Yeah, I can.
That's like saying Pink's a stupid collar because I don't like it.
No, pink looks great on
Pink
me.
looks fine.
Yeah, I like pink.
And
I like pink.
but
Any color.
That's an opinion.
So
My opinion is Theo is not
that's what
funny.
I said at the beginning of this. You can have your opinion. It's
Right.
not right, but you can have it.
Well, whether it's right or wrong.
That's like
has
saying
no
Tom
bearing.
Brady's not a great quarterback just because you don't like Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's
Well,
not
look-
a great underwear model
I don't like Theo Von because he has a
Weird
mullet.
twist.
because he just posted a bunch
mullet?
of shit.
Yeah.
You're mulletist?
Yeah, I am.
Tom Brady
I am.
just posted a
100%.
bunch of photos online of him in underwear.
I don't follow Tom Brady as close as you, apparently.
Neither do I, but it was on the news.
It was. It 100% was.
I've not seen any of that. So you
Yeah,
guys,
well-
it's okay that you guys are into Tom Brady's underwear. That's fine.
I'm not.
I wish I was in
into
Tom
his-
Brady's underwear because I wouldn't be sitting here with you two.
What's it like to be in Tom Brady's underwear?
I
It
don't know.
feels
It
great.
would be great.
I'd
I'm
like
sure.
to just sell it.
I mean, I would sell it for $10,000 a pair,
Yeah.
and people would buy it.
Championship sweat.
I also don't,
Championship sweats.
I also don't find that what the fuck is his name, Bobby, the Asian
Bobby
guy,
Lee.
Bobby Lee. I don't find him funny either. Here's a Bobby Lee and Theo Von.
The Asian guy.
Start any kind of argument or whatever. But you know there's a difference between a Chinaman and a Korean dude, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Koreans, it's hard to guess that they're Korean because you forget that it exists. Chinese, you usually think about Chinese and Japan easily.
Whoa, stop. You know what? I know we've been talking for a long time.
Yeah.
If we go on another thing right now, it might take another 30 minutes.
We'll do it another time.
We'll do it another time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to absorb what you just said.
Okay.
I'm going to put it into like a little anchor thing in my chest. Store it. I'm going to store it
You're a princess.
for
This
the next
isn't-
time.
this is just
But what you're
conversation,
saying
though.
right now is fucked up.
No, it isn't.
Okay, let's just leave it at that. I don't want to start any kind of argument or whatever. But you know there's a difference between...
He's not funny.
That's not. But that's
Neither
not like-
one of them are.
You're trying to judge somebody having a conversation
Yeah.
instead of their stand up. That's
Well,
stupid.
that's both.
That's like saying Michael Jordan sucks when he talks to Charles Barkley. They're not on the court. They're just sitting in a room talking. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
LeBron James sucks.
Agreed.
I mean,
No argument there.
I mean, well, in comparison to Jordan,
I would rather have Jordan than.
I would rather have
LeBron,
Jordan than LeBron.
but-
LeBron is a dick. He's a self-absorbed prick.
I should have saved it. I was just looking to see if I had it. There was 112 former and current NBA All-Stars named their GOAT, greatest of all time. 69 voted for Jordan. Jordan didn't vote. He went on the list. 32 voted for LeBron, and then there's a couple others. You know who the first one who voted for LeBron was?
No,
LeBron.
of course it was.
Duh.
Jordan was like, I'm not going to be part of this because it disrespects folks like Wilt Chamberlain and, you know, he named off all these other former stars before him.
Yeah, the
And
dude with the crazy hair.
I've been watching a lot of Larry Bird highlights and clips and stories. Larry Bird was way better than I ever realized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not white.
He's pasty.
Clear. He's a pasty black
Larry's
dude.
not white. Larry's clear.
He's a pasty black dude.
He
but
was,
dude,
Who's
that's
Irish.
insane.
He was really good.
And LeBron's out there like, yeah, I feel like I'm the best. Yeah, I'm the best. I'm like,
LeBron is
dude,
not He's a self-absorbed.
he's
prick.
excellent.
Oh
He's-
no,
He's excellent.
He's a great basketball
really
player.
good player.
But the problem is he's been in the spotlight since he was what, 10,
I was about to say
12?
10, 12
He's
years
been on
old.
ESPN since he was a child. So he thinks he's better than what he actually is.
If you
So
give
he's
me a
played-
choice between the two, I'll take Jordan.
If I
LeBron's
could-
played for 22 years.
If I could get Jordan in his prime and LeBron in his prime,
I'll take Jordan.
I would
I would take about 5 other players in their prime before I take LeBron.
I'm
I'll
just
take
saying
Bird in
I'm
his
just
prime.
I'm just saying
Oh, for
those
sure.
two.
Kareem in his prime.
Yeah. No, I'm
sure.
just saying
Wilt
those
Chamberlain.
two.
Wilt
Those
Chamberlain.
two. You take LeBron in his prime and you take Jordan in his prime, whatever that may be. There could be a 10-year difference between
Yeah,
what
it's
we
not- it's not
consider.
even
There's a
close.
difference in game too.
That's another thing. The
Like
game's
if you
so
take
different.
Jordan in the era that LeBron played in, where the physicality is not there,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you look at like those Lakers era and those Detroit Pistons era.
Oh, dude, the dirty.
Oh, dude, like
Pistons
100%.
were so dirty.
And like 100%, I would take.
And
I
then
would take
Rodman
Jordan.
went from Detroit
Yeah.
to Chicago.
I would take
Yeah.
Jordan, and like when you're not getting like hamstrung.
So here's something, a quick fact. Somebody actually texted me while I was driving out today.
But Theo Vaughn is still a moron.
LeBron, I'm over you.
That's fine.
You're Theo Vaughn that you're trying to keep dragging through the mud.
I'm not I've already dragged
LeBron
him through the
played
mud.
for 22 years. Jordan played for like 16-ish, 13, whatever. LeBron versus Jordan, top 75 teammates. LeBron's had 5, Jordan's had 2. Seasons with 2 All-Star teammates. LeBron's had 5, Jordan 0.
Pippen was never an All-Star.
Top 5, no.
Wow.
Right? And Pippen in and of itself was a great ball player.
Like Pippen and Rodman, those two alone.
Yeah. Well, that era, the three-peat,
Yeah.
the second three-peat
Yeah.
that Jordan had. Top 5 draft pick teammates, LeBron's had 21. Jordan had 1.
Shit.
Top 5. Missed playoffs, LeBron 2, Jordan 0. Rings outside Disney World, LeBron 3, Jordan 6. Finals losses, LeBron 5, Jordan 0. Three-peats, LeBron 0, Jordan 2. I'm like, I don't get how people even argue it.
No, I
It's
don't
not,
get it.
and you are right. It is a different game. They're different position players. They're different sizes, but
Like I'm not a basketball fan in any way, shape, or
Yeah, no,
form, other than the fact that I'd like to like shoot hoops occasionally.
yeah,
But-
same.
Yeah, I like to walk
I-
outside and keep it at about 9-foot hoops so I can dunk on it.
But like I it's not the same.
No.
It's just not the same. The way basketball is played when Jordan was played versus when LeBron played is not the same.
No, and when Jordan played, it was a more majestic sport than when LeBron played, or when LeBron plays, because he won't fucking leave.
Still
He
there.
wants to play with his son.
He
As soon as he
trying
play
to-
with his son,
He'll retire.
He'll retire. Yeah.
But who gives a shit? Like, I
What
just
kind of pressure is that?
For the kid?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
super
Well, imagine
unhealthy.
me and Michael Jordan's son. That kid got into college. Everyone's like, he's in college now. And everybody's like freaking out. And the kid just did nothing.
Yeah.
Did he even play?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
played.
He played.
Okay.
He played.
But he was average.
yeah.
Well,
he was
then-
But
okay.
you're
mean-
Michael Jordan's kid. Like
Shit happens.
be Bo Jackson's kid. Like,
Right.
imagine trying to.
Anybody like
Like
that.
Bo Jackson, what was it? I forget what it was. There's a stat where he scored or did something in each sport all within like 3 months. That he, in each sport, all 3 sports he played.
One of the
It's just
greatest
like,
athletes ever.
Oh, for sure. But it's like, imagine being the kid.
But
and
when
trying to get
Michael
into
went
sports.
from basketball to baseball, he sucked. He's not a great baseball player.
Oh, no.
He's
No,
fucking
but-
awful. But Bo
That being said, I
Bo
appreciate
Jackson?
his effort.
Bo Jackson was an amazing.
I appreciate Jordan's effort, but Bo Jackson was all around the greatest athlete.
Oh,
incredible.
absolutely.
I
will
don't
not.
think anybody can
Absolutely
argue
incredible.
that.
I had a shirt with it was like Bo Knows, and it was like
Yeah.
Bo Knows bowling.
They had commercials where it's like McDonald's and KFC and whoever else could get him was like Bo knows chicken, Bo
Yeah.
knows hiking, Bo knows tennis. Like,
Bo
Bo,
kn-
Did you
didn't
ju-
know all that, but
Yeah.
Bo was really good at what he did.
Did
But
you
he-
just see that Tom Brady retiring was the last player that the Montreal Expos drafted not involved in a professional sport?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Tom Brady was drafted by the Montreal Expos in baseball, and the Expos have been out of baseball since forever.
Yeah, it's
and
been-
he was the last person who was drafted by the Montreal Expos that was still playing a professional sport.
No, I saw a meme where it was him, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, and I forget who else. 5 or 6 of the quarterbacks from that era, and then like it was Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, all these newer quarterbacks coming up and stuff. And it was like when Brady retires, it's like that's the end of the era, but the NFL's in good hands. And I'm like, Brady's been there since before some of these kids were born.
Yeah.
Like the kids playing QB in the NFL now,
they're in
were
great
born
hands.
after he was drafted.
Yeah.
It's insane to think about.
Yeah, he was what a
Especially, I mean, in football,
6th, 7th round draft pick.
What do you
He's-
guys think about the Super Bowl? By the way,
yeah, it's trash.
How
It's
it went.
trash.
You mean the call and everything?
Yeah,
Just everything in general.
it flags.
I feel like
The
the
Flags won the
last
Super Bowl.
2 Chiefs games were decided by the referees.
Yep.
See, I'm fine
I
with that.
think the Bengals
I'm
should
fine
have beat
with the Chiefs winning.
I don't care if the Chiefs win. I had no dog in the fight. I don't care about that. I don't like to see bad calls decide games because that hurts the sport as a whole.
It does.
I don't know that it was a bad call.
I don't know that it was a bad
washy-
call.
It was a bad call. It was within 5 yards.
It was a wishy-washy call.
It was within 5 yards, and at that point in the game,
And
with
that-
that on the line,
And there were other
and
calls.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I really don't like the Eagles. It's a divisional rivalry. I have nothing against the Chiefs.
In that-
I like Patrick Mahomes, but that call was a shit call.
In
don't
that
think that it
game, there
was.
were other calls that were missed
Yeah.
that were far more blatant than that.
Again, also
I
my point.
agree.
Yeah.
But
That-
I don't
that
think
call
the last
at
call,
that time was a shit call
because
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
neither a Chiefs
compared
fan
to the way
You
that
never
the rest of
want
the
a
game
call
went.
to
Or-
be. You never want a win to be determined by a flag.
Now, had they been calling that all game,
100%.
I'd have been like,
fine.
okay, they've been doing this all game.
Yep.
But within 5 yards off the line, which it's not a penalty per NFL rules, which is why I have the biggest issue. And at that time, in that moment, when you haven't called a bunch of worse stuff all game, shit call.
See, I am not a Philadelphia fan or a Kansas City fan. I don't think it's a shit call one way or the other.
Absolutely, it
It's
is.
just a call.
yeah, a really bad one.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
It's just a call.
You've been full of wrong
But-
opinions today. It's fine.
Well, and I'm fine with you thinking that my opinion sucks, because you have some really shitty opinions too,
Absolutely. And I own them all.
which some you won't own, but it's okay.
Like what?
Like any of the ones that you've said on the show.
Let's air them out.
I don't remember. 'Cause I have the memory of a goldfish. Remember?
Let's go full Festivus and air our grievances.
No, I mean I can't remember what they are, but I'm pretty sure they're all bad. Like anything you've ever brought on the show, other than the 5 that were good, like Twisted Tea or Zombie
That's not
Skittles,
opinions.
or having
First off, zombie skills are fun.
doing like Oreos and fucking Cheese Whiz, or
It was Oreos and
Oreo and
salsa.
salsa and powdered donuts and Cheese Whiz. It's not good.
Now you're making me hungry again.
Well, there's a little bit of ribs left, so go ahead and
I'll get powdered donuts and cheese whiz on the way home.
nosh up. But the only reason that I cheered for the Chiefs to win was because the owner's daughter is fucking hot. Gracie Hunt.
So that's why you.
Fucking hell.
I don't even know who that is. And I
It
don't
doesn't
even care
matter.
to
Google her, because
I don't care.
she is a bombshell.
But that call still sucked.
I don't give a shit.
Whether
I don't care.
they won or not.
Could care less.
Yeah, I don't care who won the game.
Don't care
Still
who
bad
won the
call.
game. I don't give a shit whether it was a bad call or not. All I care about is that blonde bombshell of the owner's daughter is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Liz even asked me, she's like, so why are you voting for the Chiefs? I'm like, because the owner's daughter is fucking amazing looking. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, nope.
If
Not
you've
at
got
all.
no other stake in the game,
I
why
said, I have
not?
no stake in the game. I said, the sole, everything right now on this game is because she is fucking good looking. She's like, I'm like, what do you asked?
Yeah.
This is
you
it.
asked me.
This is the whole reason. Gracie Hunt is fucking gorgeous. Why do I like Louisiana LSU's gymnastic team? Olivia Dunn. She's fucking gorgeous. I have a niece who goes to OSU.
It's weird that you know
to
the name
LSU.
of a LSU
Well,
gymnast.
if you follow the Bro Bible, all they do is post shit about Gracie Hunt and Olivia Dunn.
I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I know who she
Yeah.
is. Yeah, I've seen.
But I have a niece who goes to LSU for veterinary, and I'm like, that's great. You know Olivia Dunn? She's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, oh, well, okay. It's fine.
Let's talk about this beer and wrap it up.
No.
Okay. Founders CBS Imperial Stout brewed with chocolate and coffee aged in maple syrup, bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
So this is basically the same thing, right?
No.
Chocolate's the difference.
Chocolate's
mean-
different than maple.
Chocolate and maple
Well,
Aged
that's-
in maple syrup, bourbon barrels.
okay.
with chocolate.
With chocolate. LeBron, Jordan. Your opinion sucks.
if
I
looks
mean,
could kill, I'd be a smoking pile of ashes.
it's all the same shit that we just talked about. We were out taking a piss. Opinions matter.
No, they don't.
That's not even. That's a fact.
I guarantee as soon as I get in the truck and start a better podcast than ours, I'm going to forget everything you said.
I can't wait.
Except how much you hate Theo Vaughn. Every time I see Theo Vaughn now, I'm going to laugh harder. I'm going to laugh twice as hard to make up for your not laughter.
I'm fine with that. I just don't find the man to be funny.
That's fine.
He's
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
He's adult.
He's found.
I don't disagree with that.
Found a niche and exploited it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish I could do the same.
We're trying.
We try, but you keep fucking bringing us down with your gas can fucking gas station bullshit.
Yeah. Do I? With the gas can?
The gas can gas station bullshit.
I'm the reason we're not successful?
No.
No.
If you would
It's a group effort.
If you would post on Instagram every now and then.
I can't. You changed the password and never told it to me.
I had to, and then you said,
like
I don't
3.5 years ago.
I don't need the password.
I post on Facebook.
It's still a group effort.
You post on Facebook to your own personal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
When was the last time you posted something on our Facebook page or in the group?
The most successful Facebook post on our page was from me.
It was, but when was the last time you did that?
Thousands of shares and views.
When did you do that? When was the last time you did? Because you don't do it.
What's the most exposure we got off of that?
What, a year ago?
When I exposed myself.
A year ago.
Probably the last time I shared was probably 5-6 months ago.
Okay, that's close to a year ago. We'll just round up.
It was a decade. If it's a day, it's been 10 years.
It was a bicentennial.
It's fine. It's a century at this point.
I don't do anything on Facebook. So I do everything to Instagram.
I like this beer. Where'd it come from?
Your mom.
Founders Brewing.
Your mama?
Joe.
CBS you can get at Ameristop.
Occasionally,
Occasionally, if it's available. They also have a KBS that's really good, which I thought you had one.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, sitting over here.
KBS,
right yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's more floating around.
Highly acclaimed KBS.
Yeah, KBS
flavored stout
is more readily available than CBS is.
Yes.
But if I had to choose between Phases of Darkness and CBS,
I would choose Phases of
Phases of Darkness is a much, much better, smoother drink.
Yeah, I would agree.
But I give them both a 4.
Yeah, 4.
I give them both 3.5.
So,
I think they're both really good. If you can find them, get them.
Yeah.
Good beers.
Great beer, great stout, great maple barrel bourbon.
Great ribs. If you can have Mike smoke ribs for you, do so.
Else, LeBron,
that can happen.
LeBron sucks. Theo's a dickhead. Bobby Lee's not that funny.
You let 4 drivers really just live in your mind rent free today.
What?
You said you were angry when I got here because 4 different incidents driving here.
Well, they were all Asian.
That's
Did I not mention that the old guy was an Asian?
No, you didn't.
No, you did not.
And he probably fucking
you're the Theo Vaughn of our
Pearl Harbor.
podcast. He probably bombed Pearl Harbor.
What a dick!
He was a kamikaze pilot that ejected.
Survived.
He unbolted
Martelle
his
has
canopy.
yellow
ejected.
fever.
I mean, oh God, I love Asian women.
Look out, Mo. Martelle's coming for you one way or another.
He's not an Asian woman.
Yeah, he's half Asian, and
there's a hole.
It's 2023. He can identify as whatever he wants.
He could, but he's half Jamaican too, so
yeah, man.
He's not black. He's half Jamaican.
Oh, he's half Macon.
He's half a Macon.
Half a Macon.
He's Asia Macon.
You said Asia Macon, and I thought
He's either
bacon.
jam or Aiken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like clay.
So before last time I was in St. Lucia 20 years ago, we had a chef at the Japanese steakhouse who called himself a Blackanese.
That's what was it, Mo?
No.
Is that how you met Mo?
That was not how that would be amazing if that's how I met Mo, but he called himself Blackanese. He was half black, half Japanese.
So
Mo is half black or half Jamaican, half Asian. That's a big difference.
Jason?
He's
Mo is Asian, Asia African,
Jamaican.
Jamaican, Jamaican.
Jason.
Jamaican. He's Jamaican.
Jamaican.
I worked, so back in the day, I used to work for Bob Evans, and I had...
Down on the farm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
with the...
I opened up the New Albany Bob Evans.
They had the biscuits and gravy machine.
Yeah, I worked with a girl who was half Filipino and half Polish, and she referred to herself as a flip-lock.
Hell's yes. So she was always doing shit backwards, but she was doing it really good.
Yeah, she was a flip-lock.
No, I want bacon and eggs.
Sunshine Bowl.
Oh, so did you guys have the sausage gravy machine?
No, we never had a sausage gravy machine.
Apparently, so Bob Evans has a sausage gravy machine where you put the bag of sausage gravy into the machine and then it just like a soda fountain.
No, for
Like a nacho cheese machine?
Yeah.
we had
Nice.
mashed potatoes in bags. We had a lot of stuff in bags. Sausage gravy we made by hand.
See, I need that. Have you seen how
That's the good
KFC
stuff.
makes their gravy?
I'm terrified.
I actually
to
watched
say-
a video on KFC last night about how it's going downhill.
Have
And how
That's
the
because
Colonel,
that's why Church's is better.
the Colonel in the 1970s, like he sold it off.
Yeah.
But there was an agreement for him to get paid $40,000 a year just as the spokesperson. So to still be in commercials. But he commented on their gravy saying they spend 10 to 15 cents per 1,000 gallons of water and mix it with paste. What did I miss?
I just
it's a very religional. Fuck you. It came straight from Jesus, so it's fine.
That's pretty funny. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, you would think it's fun.
I do think it's funny.
Other people would not find that so funny.
Yeah. Then they can.
I'm trying to find it.
suck eggs.
I'm trying to find the video, but so KFC, and I did not know this, which means I will never fucking eat KFC gravy again. When they strain the oil, because you can use oil in a fast food restaurant for like 5 to 6 days.
Yeah.
They
Yep.
strain the oil and they scrape out all the bullshit from the oil, and that's what they make their gravy from. The leftover
I have
nastiness.
such mixed feelings about
I can't, not anymore. I mean, I haven't had KFC.
Mike's like, that's
Here it is,
disgusting,
here it is.
but I kind of want to try
I'm
it.
intrigued.
13 million litres every year.
Use a scraper, just scrape off the sides here.
Cleaning the fryers is a constant chore.
Oh, yeah, that's in Britain.
And drop the oil.
They don't know how to
Lever
cook any
under
other way.
here. Just turn that lever over.
After it's been filtered and reused for 4 to 5 days, the leftover oil will be recycled into biofuel. And the chicken scraps collected in the bottom of the fryers used to make the gravy.
Funny,
It doesn't look very appetizing now.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It doesn't, but a lot of people go crazy over our gravy, so it must work.
Once the scraps are mixed with the Colonel's own gravy mixture, they sell nearly 1.5 million gallons of it every year, making gravy
That's a
their
lot
best-selling
of
side order.
I'd kind of question that video
That's that ready to pump up again?
or that
Only
claim.
because
Do
it's
I
from
need
England.
for someone to explain?
Right. I mean, I know fast food
don't.
stuff gets like everybody's like, "Oh, Wendy's chili's gross. It's yesterday's hamburgers."
I'm fine with that.
I'm like,
That's
I've
different.
I've had leftover hamburgers. Like,
That-
I eat like cold out of the fridge.
yeah, I don't care if it's a day old hamburger.
The shit coming out of the fryers, though, after 4 days, that is burnt grease, oil.
That's what I'm
bits.
saying. I don't know
That is
how much I believe that claim.
It doesn't matter how much you believe it. Apparently, that's what they're doing.
Apparently, allegedly.
At some stores. I know when I worked at Burger King, we would
I
go
don't-
4 or 5 days on a vat of grease, and the shit that was at the bottom of
No,
that
4 or 5 days. That's interesting.
is gross.
Yeah, I don't.
Weak.
I don't eat at KFC because the last 2 times I went there years ago, 6 months apart, I got food poisoning both times. The first time I was like, okay, sick. 6 months later, we went again, and I was like, okay, I'm done.
I don't eat at KFC because of their poor judgment in like using a chicken wing for like Black History Month.
Liar.
I just don't.
I'm
eat
surprised
it.
you didn't go get KFC because
I don't.
of that.
I don't eat KFC at all, or Popeyes.
I can't tell you the
or
last time I've
Church's.
had.
Which I found a Church's chicken. I was looking for one. I actually found one.
I haven't been to any of those in I don't know how long.
When I originally moved to Columbus, the advice that was given to me was like, if there's a Church's or a Popeyes in a mile radius, don't get an apartment there.
Yeah. So
No, that's definitely good
for
advice.
for all of you living in the Canal Winchester area, move.
But if
There's
a
one right
Chick-fil-A,
on Diley Road or on
Yeah.
Gender Road.
Yeah.
I will live in a Chick-fil-A.
They're
You know what? Speaking of Chick-fil-A, I was at the one in Grove City the other night. Horrible. Fucking horrible.
never,
Never
had
an issue there.
I have
never
never
had Chick-fil-A.
I have
I've been there
never
hundreds, probably 100 times at that one. Never had an issue.
the one right on
Stringtown? Yep. Never
I
an
was
issue.
there the other night. We left. Lexi had a basketball game over just on the west side of Columbus, just outside of Grove City. So we're like, Liz is like, well, I want some. I want Chick-fil-A for dinner. I'm like, fine, we'll go to Chick-fil-A. No big deal. Never had an issue at a Chick-fil-A. We go to that Chick-fil-A. I have never been in a Chick-fil-A where the associates at the store, there were more behind the counter doing nothing than actually working. There was another woman waiting, and they're like, well, who's on register? I'm not on register. I'm not doing register. There was like a lot of finger pointing. This guy comes off break. They're like, hey, you're on register. He's like, what? So he gets on the register, and he takes her order. And there's all this chaos and confusion behind the counter with Jesus chicken. So
Never an issue there. I can't tell you how many times we've been there.
So she takes her order. Liz and I step up. We place our order. Typically, when you place an order, they get your drinks and they send you on your way. No drinks. Liz goes, we didn't get her drinks. She goes, I'm going to go up and get her drinks. She goes up and get her drinks. She's like, the guy told me to go sit down. I'm like, what? So then the guy comes out, and he's like, we got this, we got... Then the food itself was not Chick-fil-A quality. It was...
KFC quality?
Well, no, like, so the bun was, like, soggy and wet. It wasn't... It was almost like it had been on a White Castle steamer. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And then the thing of fries I got was the bottom of the fry catch. So every, like, Harley had fries. Liz had fries. I had, like, remnants of fries.
Fry bits.
I had little fry bits. And I'm like, I can't. If I wanted to dip these in ketchup, I'm getting knuckle deep.
Fist in the ketchup pile.
I'm just. And the guy comes over. He's like, is everything okay? And I'm like, He was like, all right, good. And he walks away. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? By the time I was like, well, I was going to go up and get a milkshake. No. There wasn't a chance in hell that I was going up to get a milkshake with the chaos that was going on behind that counter.
That's weird. I haven't been there to that one in a few months, but
I have never experienced that in any Chick-fil-A I've ever been in. But the amount of ridiculous bullshit that, like, there were just guys standing back there with brooms, and they were resting their chins on, like, the broom handles, like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Just never been.
Fucking.
I love Chick-fil-A.
So, you say you've never been to a Chick-fil-A, and I have a feeling I know why. I will say...
Conscientious consumerism.
I will say, putting all that aside, they have literally the best fucking chicken on the planet.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. It's not even close.
I can make a pickle brine chicken at home.
Oh.
We need to do this.
All right.
I'm going to bring you Chick-fil-A.
We're going to bring some Chick-fil-A. And Michael's going to make a Chick-fil-A sandwich of his pickle brine chicken. And we're going to see how well Michael stands up to
Well, I mean, here,
Chick-fil-A.
let's not beat
Now-
around the bush. Mike, for personal belief reasons,
Right.
Yeah.
doesn't eat Chick-fil-A because the owner does not believe
In whatever.
In whatever.
Whatever. It's whatever. Because Michael's,
And
the,
that's
the,
fine.
the craft
no, it's
store,
all-
Wildly
fine.
liberal.
they're
right,
which
and
is-
that's fine.
Which is fine. I
But
have no issues
I've
against
never
that.
ever
but
looked at a restaurant that I love and been like,
I'm not
going
eating
to
there.
eat
I
it
don't know what
because
I'm
of their
missing, so
beliefs.
I'm
Yeah.
fine.
You're-
No,
you're-
that's cool.
yeah,
I'm cool with
I-
you doing that. But for me personally, I don't care if they don't agree with what I agree with or vote how I vote or believe what I believe.
They make some
I
damn
only
good
go
chicken.
there for chicken.
Yeah. They have Jesus
It's not
chicken.
a moral issue for me.
Yeah.
It's I like good chicken
Well-
and I like good service, which I've never had a bad experience there ever.
That
And
is the
that's
first
fine.
time in
and you get around
10
a
years.
double wrapped building drive through in like under 5 minutes, all said and done.
McDonald's.
Is phenomenal. No,
McDonald's here.
no.
No,
Yeah.
I know the
Not even
Harpers.
close.
Yeah.
They got nothing on what Chick-fil-A
just
can
saying.
do.
I'm just saying. I've never waited in line more than
But-
5 minutes. And
Pick their busiest time, and you'll never get through a McDonald's line as
McDonald's got
fast
rid
as you
of.
can.
Do you know why they got rid of Ronald McDonald as a spokesperson figure for
Because-
them?
because people hate gingers.
That's it.
Well-
seriously, look into it. It's kind of fucked up too.
Because Wilfred Scott fucking passed away.
No, that's not why. But
Oh, okay.
anyway,
Wilfred Brimley passed away?
yes, beat us.
Beatus.
Beatus.
Diabetes.
You need to leave here in 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can record up till 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I just want to make sure you knew what time
No,
it was.
I'm good. I'm good because we're not doing anything till 4. So I gave myself
What are
a
you,
2 hour
walking
buffer.
home?
Maybe. I mean, if I keep drinking this
He's
shit,
got
I
to go
will.
through McDonald's.
I gotta go.
Or
I gotta go
Chick-fil-A.
to Reynoldsburg to Chick-fil-A first. But
You got me one Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, like I was not happy. And Lexi didn't go. Like it was just the three of us. It was Harley, Liz, and I. And Harley's like, she just looks at me. She goes, "What is going on?" She's like, "I'm like, all right." I said, "Well, I don't know. I'm not going back up there to order anything else because service right now sucks." But we were sitting at the basketball game at Franklin Heights, which is an inner
That's where I was supposed to go to high school at.
fucking
My
inner
parents
city
were like,
bullshit school.
I was at Finland Middle School before that in 6th grade, and my parents were like, "That's enough. We're getting out of Columbus."
Yeah, it's done. Well,
pass.
I said something to my buddy Sean. We're sitting next to each other. We're BSing throughout the whole game. I said, he's like, "What are you doing after the game?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to get some Jesus chicken." He's like, "What?" Well, then Harley said, she goes, "What are we doing for dinner?" I'm like, "Jesus chicken." She goes, "I love Chick-fil-A." I'm like, "Yes." There
Or
we
as
go.
Judd calls it, Chick-a-Lea.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, Jesus chicken.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm always going to refer to it as Jesus chicken.
I don't
just
like
because
fries. I don't get fries at like fast food places. I'll get fries at Chick-fil-A.
There is a meme that went around like at least 10 years ago with a black gentleman in the middle of the woods. The video's in black and white. He's like, "I need a chicken sandwich and some waffle fries." He's referring to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
It is so good.
it's so good.
It is good. I mean, I don't give a shit what the owners think. I would, if I could own a Chick-fil-A franchise in Lancaster, I would own that shit.
So would I.
Well,
I
their
would
service, yeah,
monetize the
Just-
fuck off of that.
yeah.
their service too is known. It's top rated for customer
But I would
satisfaction.
open on Sundays.
They, I might open on Sundays for friends and family.
Yeah.
But there were even memes going around like, "Oh, COVID could have been passed. You know, all COVID vaccines could have been passed out if Chick-fil-A had taken care of it."
Yeah.
Just because they run so efficiently, I still wouldn't have gotten it. But
Yes.
I would have supported.
I was at a doc appointment this week, and she was like, "Your blood pressure's back down, cholesterol looks good, blah blah blah." And she's like, "I see you haven't got any vaccines. Is there any reason why?" I went, "Yeah, I was out of town."
Oh, what do I
And she
need it
kind of
for?
looked at me. I was like, "When all this broke, I was on the road like 90% of the time. I didn't have time to go get it." And she's like, "Well, we have this one, but if you don't have the original, the booster really doesn't make sense to get." Yeah, there are people that the vaccine made sick and had some bad effects, but there are people that got sick without it too. And I'm like, so what's the difference? Like, you're not selling me on the vaccine right
Yeah.
now, lady. Like, I can't get it from you because you guys don't have the first thing I need, but you only have an additional thing I need. And it might make me sick, but if I don't, I might get sick, which I did last year. So I was like, I'll think about it, I guess. I mean, like, I'm not for or against it.
You're not selling me on this.
I was like,
at
it's,
all.
yeah, I told her, I said, it's not like a political thing or anything. I just happened to be really busy when all this broke out and everybody stayed at home and getting the vaccine. I was still on the road working. I didn't have a choice.
There was something that came up because I follow different things on Instagram. They came up about that, and it was the title of the article is "Natural Immunity Offers Stronger Protection Than Vaccination Against COVID," and this was just published 2 days ago, and it comes from like a national
Reputable source.
reputable source on. Yeah, everything's in quotes at this point as far as reputable source. I mean, even WebMD is a reputable source at this point, but or the Cleveland Clinic or whoever. But I'm just like, my doctor asked me, he's like, so why didn't you get it? I'm like, fuck, I waste my time for.
Because I was working at home and never ever left for 2 years.
Well, I told him, he goes, so the last time I was in, he was like, so why didn't you get it? I'm like, why would I bother? I said, the last time you and I got together, I said, and I got it. I said, what were my symptoms? He's like, fair point. I had no symptoms.
No, you thought you had a sinus infection.
I had a sinus infection, and you were at the house the week before.
I was at the house multiple times while you had
before that. And I was just like, why bother? He's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, anyway, all right. We're at like a hour 20-ish.
That's long for a Friday show.
Well
it'll
done.
It'll be fine.
I'm not mad about it.
Stop being happy about it then.
I'm very happy it's an hour and 20-ish.
Okay, good. Right.
Ambivalent at best.
I am so aroused right now at the length of this podcast.
Is that why the table's tilting?
Yes. No, definitely not.
No. No.
My innie just barely became an outie is all that means.
It's powder,
Speed bump.
powder and wet spots.
If you didn't hear about 5 minutes ago, it went.
I completely missed it. I have headphones on. It didn't get picked up by the mics.
Right.
All right. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify.
Face-go.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Insta, Google, Face to Go, Graham,
Spotify.
YouTube.
I think we have listeners on. Well, no one's really watching on YouTube. Not that they watch it, but we do have a
strictly
YouTube.
Spotify.
We do have a YouTube. So
I don't listen to us, so
I don't like Spotify's podcast.
Yes, podcast. That's what I meant to say.
Application, like how they handle.
Started
podcasts.
with P. You're fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the second letter was way off, but it's fine. Just, by
You're
about
only a
13.
little
I mean,
off on the
potato,
last letter.
penis, same thing.
QRST,
Yeah.
podcast penis. You're only a little off on the last.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's.
Don't judge me. Don't kink shame.
Too late.
That's
True.
I mean, I will never shame anybody for the kink.
To
but,
each my own. So
Yeah, well, they them.
just deal with it.
Buckhorn is a safe word.
Yeah. Pineapple.
Pineapple's my safe word.
Pineapple.
Pineapple.
That's my change. Hey, booty hole man.
How long it took to save them?
All right.
Watch your hands.
I'm Martelle for Michael and Randy. We're out.
Bye.
Peace.